Welcome back to Therapy Thursday. Last week we showed you how we like to rehab in a phase 1 approach to that pesky tibialis posterior muscle and tendon unit that runs down the inside part of your leg. As a refresher, we like to put people in kind of a runner stretch position with the knee slightly bent. If my left was my affected foot, I would turn it out slightly, lean in, and then try to push the wall away from me as hard as we can. But like any type of exercise, you need to progress it. That's not going to do long term. If you really want to help rehab this, you have to strengthen that tendon. To do so, if you look up the research, you'll commonly see a muscle exercise where you're trying to squeeze a ball, like a tennis ball, as you're doing calf raises up and down. It looks something like this. You'll be off a step, putting the ball between, slowly raising up and back down the entire time, trying to squeeze and deform that ball. Not a bad exercise. In fact, we give it out all the time. But to truly strengthen your tendon, you need to include the eccentric component. So the component where that tendon is fully lengthening. The way that the anatomy of your tibialis posterior works, to do that, you have to allow for what we call ankle eversion. Your foot has to go the opposite way from you spraining your ankle. The two factors that seem to be important for tendon health are getting that eccentric load and then a very, very slow tempo. So the way we like to do it is thinking of the knee like a windshield wiper. We'll have you put that same affected foot, let's say the left one, up on a step, slight bend in your knee. As you're coming up, you can allow your knee to come towards the outside of your fifth toe, but then that eccentric component has to be very slow, 3 to 4 seconds, with your knee driving in towards your big toe. You'll feel a big eccentric stretch that way because your ankle's being forced into eversion. So we like a slow tempo up and a slow tempo down. That's in accordance with the tendon neuroplastic training concept. So 3 to 4 seconds up, 3 to 4 seconds on the way back down. It's a high load exercise, but it seems that that's what tendons need to help remodel. So that's our second phase approach for tibialis posterior training. We'll see you next week on Therapy Thursday.